man, the crowd. When I say this man filled up the entire Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Entire. It was completely bananas.
When he brought out Playboy Carti.
Oh my God. I felt all the evil vibes and I was lit. I got all that evil. So, my experience at the GNX Tour, the concert here in Atlanta, was absolutely bananas. I'm going to start from the beginning because for me, my life is like a movie. And so there's all type of twists and turns in just one day of my life. So it's me and my husband. We leaving out. We got the sitter, right? So our cafe is downtown, maybe in real life, like 8 walking minutes from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But however, that night they had Pearl Jam going at State Farm Arena the same time that they got GNX Tour going. Nuts. Ridiculous. Who planned that? I don't know. So walking there was about a 15 to 20 minute walk. I'm trying to get content in. My husband like, yo, get off your phone. I'm like, these are moments though. I'm like, oh, let's hop on the little bike. The dude was like, yeah. So it's about $8 1 minute. I'm like, oh, that's nothing. Girl. Then I think about it. I was like, hell no, that's like a $60 trip. So we like, scratch that. We just walking. I'm sweating. We get there. We finally make it to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We walk up to the gate to security. The lady looked at me and said, ma'am, that bag not making it in. I said, this one? My nice one? She said, yeah, that's not going to make it in. She said, you can go ahead over to the little trailers and check it in. So I'm like, all right, bet. Let's go check it in. My husband dashed over there, check it in. He called me and said, Kia, how much did this bag cost? I just started crying immediately. Silent tears because I knew it had to be done. So I'm crying silently. I'm like, just toss it. He like, all right, bet. I'm like, wait, don't toss it. Get all my stuff out first. So he gets all the stuff out, tosses it, comes back. Actually, he don't toss it yet. He walks over. He was like, you want to say goodbye? I'm like, yeah. So I say goodbye to it. But I'm like, yo, why don't we just hide it behind the tree right here? And if it's meant to be, it'll still be here. Whatever. I don't care. We trying to get to see Kendrick. So we leave the bag there. We go inside. We're good. We were gifted some tickets to the press box. So that's like free alcohol, free food, yes, desserts. It was like, yeah, it was mad nice, mad bougie. You had space. Only thing that really pissed me off is that I guess the promoters for the tour said no TVs up top. So we couldn't see the access to the TVs that you would actually see the stage on up top. Oh. So I'm like, what are we going to look at? But I mean, the seating was okay. Like we were able to see everything. Plus he had those projectors going. Anyways, it was completely bananas. I was sitting next to this chick. She had the best vibe. Shout out to the girl that I was sitting next to. She was just as turned as I was. We're jumping up and down. I remember we posted our reel of our reaction of the concert. Somebody asked me, was like, what are you jumping up and down on? The ground. That's how lit it was. Like we were vibrating off Kendrick's energy all the way in the press box on the ground. Bananas, a vibe.
Man,
come on, bandana.
Come on, OCT Loke. We was up in that thing and we was lit, yo. Like from the time we was outside to the time we got inside, you know. And you know, what pissed me off a little bit is I was late and I really wanted to get outside to be able to see SZA's activation and all that stuff that she had going on for her new line. And I did not get to make it out there because we were so late looking for parking. When I say parking was so crazy, the show started at 7. I left the house at like 5. That's how bad traffic was. And that's how long it took to get to a park. And, luckily we found a park. It was maybe a 15-minute walk. It wasn't really where I wanted to park, but it was what it was. But we finally got in there, man. I warned everybody in my section. I said, listen now, I'm going to be singing and this is my show. Okay.
Be clear.
And so, who know all the words? Who know all the words? And they was like, oh yeah, we know, we got it. Okay, cool. We gonna have a sing along. Okay, we gonna have a sing along.
People for the words, Tay. Not you checking people for the words.
I sure did.
Lyric police.
I sure did. And shout out to the guy Junior. He knew every single word. I ain't even know all them damn words. He knew every single word except for when SZA came on. But he knew every K-Dot word. I loved it. The energy was great. I had these two young ladies sitting beside me. I forget their names, but they had such great energy. One of them who was sitting right directly next to me, she was a super Kendrick fan. I said, are you here for Kendrick or SZA? She was like, Kendrick. And so I was like, okay, cool, me too. And she knew every single word. And mind you, she wasn't black, okay? But she knew every single word. And I was just like, okay, girl, okay. And above me, sitting up, there was little kids, and they were there to see SZA. And shout out to this young man named Logan. When I say he is SZA's biggest fan, this man was shouting like he was talking to her directly. He was like, SZA, you look so pretty. SZA, she the queen. Don't play with her. She the queen. Don't play with her, girl. She the queen. It was so cute. And I don't know if that was his brother or his dad there supporting him, but he was there videotaping him, and he was just a vibe too. And I was there. Of course, we did our breakdown of the concert, so I was their guest in the lineup, and I forgot everything. When I got there, I forgot everything.
Everything went out.
Everything went out my head. Especially when he came on stage from the set design. You know, he did have the PlayStation controller, the square, the circle, the triangle, and of course he was the X. The GNX was out there. Man, the crowd, when I say this man filled up the entire Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And like the energy was crazy. And it's really crazy because when you're sitting there in your seat, you can't hear the crowd. You know what I'm saying? You're not listening to the crowd because you can only hear what's around you. And, you know, because the music is blaring and all that. But just to see certain clips from, you know, coming from the stage, you can hear like people reciting every single lyric. Let me hear you say. Atlanta was reciting every single lyric. Like, we were so lit, and it's just a beautiful sight to see because I go to the grocery store or to the gas station or wherever, and I see people with this shirt on here, and I know exactly where you were. And it's just like we have our own language or something, like, oh, what's up, you know, what's up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was at the grocery store today and I saw this girl with this exact shirt on. I was like, okay. Like, Kendrick had the entire city outside, literally, in that concert. And, you know, for them to say all these bots and all this stuff, it was a bunch of bots up in the place, okay? Like, it was busy. Sure. And here are some clips that we had. It's the fit check, you know what I'm saying? I was excited. You know, I had the Canadian tuxedo on in honor of Kendrick Lamar. Okay. Was petty along with him. And yeah, it was just a time, man. From the outside of the venue, everybody coming in to people leaving. It was a madhouse, you know. So yeah, I had an excellent time. And you know, when you're at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium too, everything is cheap. Like, it's like the food and stuff like that. So you can get a good deal on, you know, whatever food you like, whether it be pizza, chicken tenders, whatever, you know, game food that you like. It's cheap. You know, you get a burger for $4, you know, and it's real cheap or whatever.
Shout out to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium employees, like the whole entire staff there, from the entrance, from security all the way down to, you know, security on the inside, the ushers and things like that. Everyone was so professional, so nice. That was my first time being in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And, you know, Atlanta is known for not having like the best customer service per se. Mercedes-Benz Stadium hands down, best service. Even the ushers and the security upstairs and the press box. I mean, they were at the concert, obviously, as well. They were up there lit, dancing. It was just a vibe. Everybody was cool. Everybody knew what they came to work to do. It was that energy. Nobody had no attitudes or anything like that. And going back to Tay, you talking about everybody was there, literally everybody. It wasn't a black thing that night.
No, it was a mix of people.
Such a mix of people. And, you know, I'm conflicted because I'm coming in, I'm seeing the Pearl Jam crowd. And, of course, I'm like, okay, they're not going to see Kendrick. But as the Pearl Jam people started to go into the State Farm Arena, it don't look no different.
Yeah, right.
It is a mix of everybody. It's a gumbo of everybody, old, young. I even thought about it. I was like, ooh, you know, in about 5 years, of course, I could bring my daughter to this concert because it's just, you know, they had children in there. People love Kendrick.
They were kids. Like, you know,
it was kids. It was like, I think we were in line with like a 7-year-old girl and her dad. Her dad was tripping. Shame on you. But she was super excited. She was Kendricked out from top to bottom. Yeah. I mean, it felt like a family reunion, to be quite honest.
No, for sure. Like I said, around like I said, the little boy, little Logan, he had to be maybe 5th grade, probably 6th grade given. Like he was a little kid. And there was a couple of other little girls around me too. They looked like, you know, they could be in, you know, late elementary, 5th grade, going into middle schoolers, probably middle schoolers. But they knew they were there for SZA, you know what I'm saying? And when it was Kendrick's turn, I'd turn around, they'd be sitting down, you know what I'm saying? And so when Kendrick get off, I'd be like, okay, it's y'all turn, you know what I'm saying? Get on up, y'all. And they'd be so excited. And it was just so cute. It was like you said, it was it was kids up in there. It was a mixed race of people, and it was just beautiful to see. And yeah, man, Kendrick, he did everything without a backing track. You know, usually when artists get on stage, they have the song singing for them. He didn't have any of that. He was on his Jay-Z. That was the only other artist I ever seen do that live. Like when I seen Jay-Z, I seen him on the Watch the Throne tour. R.I.P. to the old Kanye. But I seen him on the Watch the Throne tour, and he did every single song without a backing track, without ad-libs or anything like that. He was just rapping, and that's what Kendrick did.
This they break poop on that AV on that dead talk. Watch my toes speak, let the bass talk. If I kill your it won't be the alcohol. I'm the realest nigga at the all, bitch, be humble.
But they were surprised to see Euphoria be performed.
I was surprised.
Why was you surprised?
I don't know, you know, because one, you kind of forget that it's a diss track, right? Because it's a fire song. And so I'm just singing it, and it take me maybe about 2 minutes in, and I'm like, oh my God, it's the diss track. You know, I think that's where I was more surprised about. I was like, damn, he just slid that one right in. That was fire. The crowd, I really heard the crowd then, word for word.
One of them that I wasn't expecting was
it an old one? Element?
That Martin had a dream.
Yes, Backseat Freestyle. I think Backseat Freestyle. He did Backseat Freestyle for us, and I don't think that was on the list.
Yeah, he hasn't performed that in like 10 years.
Yeah, and it set the crowd on fire. And then he did another great moment was
that Anita Baker.
Anita Baker was all up and through that thing.
Woo.
Yourself, I take you on a trip down memory lane. You remember? This is not a rap on I'm slinging crack or cocaine. You really remember? There's no cul-de-sac of plenty, cognac of major pain. You remember? Brush yourself, I take you on a trip to Mary Lane. This is not a rap on my own slanging crack on cocaine. It's no cul-de-sac, plenty cognac of major pain. Not no drill sergeant, but no stress that waiting on your brain. It was either boogie, yeah, watching lucky right down Rose Ranks. It got ugly, waving your hand out the window. Warriors and Conan, so we warrior, we soldier with society. Trying to see us what do you do in the light skin. That's the same purpose that my gang came out. This is not the typical the same that he did it, but ever since that day, I was looking at him different. Hey, back when I was down, Joey Pepper line, Pepper stand on every punch is mine. Big Pepper pop, Pepper man, Porkers at the top, with the sliding door. Fuck is up, fuck you shooting for if you ain't walking up your fucking club. Picking up the fucking pump, picking up from sucker, digging down your sucker, fucker, while the bullets coming from. AKs, ARs, AR. That's what mama said when we was eating every lunch. Oh man, goddamn all you killed my belly back in 94. Fuck your truth, not why your head in the news. You wind up dead on the news. Ain't no bitch treated you bitches up to pre-approved. Bodies don't have a bodies, obbies don't have a obbies. I raised in the home with number 3, shit like the Oscars. You was hopping in Charlie, they ain't colors to crack. Make sure you work it. All of our taxes except when we ain't trapping. Cashing debits, no shame or bet. You moving backwards, you suggest that just spit with the tank. Don't call it doctor, have a doctor on speed down like yes, let's get man down. Where you from, nigga? Fuck, who you know where you from, nigga? Where your grandma stay home, nigga? This man city all love. If Donald's and Crips all got along, if Bobby coming down by the end of the song, it seems like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear if Donald's and Crips all got along, if Bobby coming down by the end of the song, it seems like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear
Yeah, Anita Baker. Well, I think when I walked in, they had Anita Baker. Anita Baker was going. Prince. He had Luther playing. Like that was just kind of like the walk-in playlist.
So you did walk in when Mustard was on the track.
I did not walk in when Mustard was on the track, but that is what I saw doing research.
Oh, okay. When did you walk in?
I walked in right after Mustard. I walked in. I could hear Mustard playing as we were walking in.
Okay, I didn't get to see Mustard. That's how late I was.
They said that Mustard killed it. Like his last song, he said that he never played Swag Surf like for his set before, and he was like, I'm in the perfect place to play it right now. I'm in Atlanta, y'all, let's turn up. So he did Swag Surf. They said he kind of messed it up because he was trying to instruct people on how to do the Swag Surf.
He didn't have to show nobody in Atlanta, baby.
We already know we born and raised how to do that. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
He was like, you don't ever have to worry about Atlanta go do the swag. They go do the swag surfing in they sleep.
Regardless. I mean, even if you don't know how to do it, you'll figure it out.
They do it while they brush their teeth. Like, who is you talking to?
Now, he could have instructed people how to do the crip walk or the blood walk.
That's what I'm saying. Do one of them walks.
Yeah, teach people that because they're going to be doing it all up and through this daggone.
Walk.
Yeah, that was my song. They played Dodger Blue. Man, I was just so happy for Kendrick. I was so proud of him. So proud of SZA. She did a great job. That mic was on.
That mic was on. Know, oh my God.
Don't play with her. She is not one of them. She was killing it, man. She hit the splits. I was like, oh Lord, where we at? Kiss us up. Put all that ass up now. All the kids is watching.
I loved it. You know, I heard a lot. I was talking to some people in the bathroom who were saying, I went to the bathroom. It was SZA's part, but I just had to go to the bathroom right there. But it was some girls in the bathroom who were saying, oh, SZA's part is a good time for intermission, which I thought was kind of fucked up because, like, don't do that. you know, we're not that hard of a Kendrick fan. SZA, I sat there and after that I was like, you know what, I'm not about to get up and go to the bathroom on SZA's part at all this whole show. And SZA's a superstar. Like, she really performed her butt off from the stage. Her coming out she came out and sang on this big ass ant, which she called Anthony. And she sat there and sang on this huge ant. It was giving like what is that, Honey I Shrunk the Kids vibes. Like, she had these huge bugs everywhere, praying mantis and all the things. Like, she was even up as a butterfly. You know, they had her in the air as a butterfly, turning into it was so many things happening. I loved it for SZA because it was this fairy tale dream that I knew that she wanted, and it was executed perfectly. It was really good. She even did a song that she said that she'd never done on the tour before. It was a song
This is the first show that I sang this song.
See, my notes. I tried to take notes. When I heard her say it, my notes looked crazy. I couldn't even get the name of the song.
I tried to go live. I tried to record everything, but it's just something about being there that just...
Yeah, man.
I couldn't focus.
It was Nobody Knows Me Like You.
Okay.
Yeah, so she said that was her first time performing it. She was like, my ex told me to stop doing that song, but I don't give a fuck. And she did the song. And I was
Nobody Knows Me Like You.
Yes, girl. Do the things. Do all the things.
When you said that the young ladies were saying that it was a perfect time to go to the bathroom on SZA's part, I can understand that, and I don't really take it as, you know, a really really bad thing, because there was no pauses in the show. Like, they went back to back like the whole time, and there was no room they didn't even have an intermission. There was not a dull moment at all. And I went to Drake's show when he had the last tour from his last album. What was it? What was the last album called?
All the Dogs.
Yeah, for All the Dogs tour. Boring.
I sit next to you and I let you know because don't forget.
When I say boring, like, I'm not even like being shady. Like, it was so boring, and he got bored at a time. He went down to the DJ booth and was like, "Yeah, play the music." As he sat there and let the DJ play, we looking like, nigga, if you do not sing or something.
I'm gonna play some classics for y'all with a little new twist on
it. Perform the songs, you know what I'm saying? So just to go from that to like, there was not a dull moment in Kendrick's show at all, especially when he brought out Playboy Carti.
Oh my God.
I'm seeing that water. I'm saying to you, I'm saying always gonna pussy the pussy on me, I'm a car. Let's go! I ain't feeling myself out there, I try that quick. I'm superior, trying to catch a fire before the rain seal.
I just hear it. I hear the beat. I'm like, Playboy Carti, Playboy Carti.
Moving them
Mind
bodies.
you watch a couple of
Moving them
episodes
bodies.
before. We don't know who the hell Playboy Carti is. We just feel these vibes. I felt all the evil vibes, and I was lit. I got all that evil. I was concerned. I mean, not concerned, but I was interested to see who he was gonna bring out in Atlanta, especially because that's debatable, right?
I mean, I knew he was gonna bring out Playboy Carti. My thing was, is he gonna bring out Future?
That's what I was.
Metro
Yeah, that's what I
Boomin?
was thinking about. Was he gonna bring out Future?
Yeah, that was the question in my mind.
In my mind.
I also liked, and I mean, we can like get deep too. I liked how that GNX car was used throughout the whole entire show, right? It was from beginning to end, from whacked out murals when he's in the car, he hops out the car. I just noticed that was like a theme throughout the entire show, and he used that very well, even down to some of the clips, like when he and SZA were at the gas station arguing about the chamoy. They in the GNX car, you know. I thought that was a good reoccurring theme, that they was always meeting back up in that car.
And mind you, everybody watching, this man is a consummate professional. He started on time, ended on time.
Surprise winner.
Exactly. Like he wasn't playing no game with no fees, no nothing. He didn't waste nobody's time.
Yep.
But yeah, it was beautifully thought out. It was a great story, and man, like, that wasn't a waste of money.
It wasn't. Even like the duality of Kendrick and SZA. Like, I love that they were so opposite, and that they didn't really, I mean, you could think about it as long as you want to, but they really didn't make sense together. You had to think about these two people as separate artists, and just appreciate how dope both of them are, being so completely different. I mean, you had Kendrick, who was given that LA, that rough, you know, I grew up. He was showing his childhood videos and pictures of his family and things like that, showing just how he grew up, you know, essentially, quote unquote, in the hood. Then you have SZA that has this whole entire like fairy tale, flower child hippie performance. She's on like these weird bugs. You can't stop looking and you're confused, like, what the hell? But like, she's having a time of her life, so let's give it to her. It was that, and that's why it kind of irritated me too, that those girls would be like, this is intermission. And I'm glad that I said I'm not getting up ever again during her part, because I would have missed out on such a wonderful performance.
I'm not mad at those girls for doing that, but if you were going to get up and you came there to see Kendrick and you didn't want to miss a moment, like you don't know who he going to bring out, you know, you don't know what song is coming up, I can see you going to the bathroom real quick while SZA sings, you know, Saturn or something like that, or a song that you really don't know, if you're there to see Kendrick. Because like I said, that show was ongoing. There was no stops. There was no intermission. There was no like, all right, I'm finna go take a break, I'll be right back. There was none of that. Like, and for me, I did not sit down not one time. I did not sit down in my seat not one time. I stayed up. I on my feet. I stayed dancing. I stayed singing. Like, and I've never done that in a concert before. And I'm like, dang, man, this is lit, yo. Like I said, man, if you have your tickets to this show, you're gonna be in for a great ride, because it's not a dull moment. Is if you love Kendrick Lamar, if you love SZA, they definitely bring out the best in each other. They kind of give like a brother-sister vibe. And they dancing, they singing, the fire is going everywhere, especially on parts that you like, boom.
Yes. I'm hollering at the fire.
Man, if you haven't got your tickets yet, if you're undecided, man, let me make the decision for you. Go to that show, because it's gonna be it's amazing, man. And he sprinkled in some of his old hits to the new ones, and man, it's just a great time, and it's an art appreciation moment for myself. And even the merch is crazy. Like,
look
I
at
got
that.
this
Look at
Gloria
that.
T-shirt,
Can we zoom in on that?
Yeah,
that's nice. Look at the GNX on there. That was a great choice right there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, everything on his website is dope.
On a bike?
Nice.
That's fire. That is fire.
So yeah, they said over 45,000 people showed up in Atlanta. They packed out the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The tour launched out in Minneapolis, and they opened to over $9 million with 47,000 fans making it out that night, making it the highest grossing hip-hop concert in history.
Ah,
Breaking records still.
I love it,
records.
And he just getting started.
And he coming your way next, Rel. You ready?
I don't know.
See, Rel got them
I'm
good
having
seats, so we gonna make her go live. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to when we go live. When he make it to Boston, because you know you got that good view.
I am 5'2". You putting a lot of pressure on me.
I'm just
Kia.
saying, we got to see it. The people want to see it.
You putting a lot of pressure on me, Kia. Now I could
better
probably
sit on
stand on the
somebody's
seats,
shoulders.
but I don't. Now look, you know, hey, I know how to seat hustle.
Yeah, stand
You know
on
what
the
I'm saying?
seat.
So
Stand on the seat.
I be learning.
Yeah, so if y'all,
Cause I'm like, is it gonna be mosh pit? Am I have to go? You know, it's gonna get physical. You know what I mean? So like, I'm.
are you in the pit?
I hope not, Jesus. It is section F,
You're on the floor,
On the
though.
floor.
You on the floor?
and a lot of the floor footage I have seen has been a lot of jumping. So I'm like, oh Jesus.
It's gonna be fun.
you know
though,
what?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You gonna.
And
have
that's what
so
I'm gonna
much
probably
fun.
just get in the vibe. I'm probably gonna get in the mode, and then I'm gonna just fuck it.
You are. You're gonna lose it.
You're gonna lose it.
You're gonna lose it,
I'm
Rel.
in the press box losing it. Like I done lost my. Like I'm in the mosh pit.
One thing that I was disappointed about, man, my song, one of my favorite songs off Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is "You Can't Please Everybody." That was one of my favorites, and Kendrick started to sing it. He did the "You Walk Around" and everything. You know, he started the verse, but then when he got to that hook, "You can't please everybody," man, he stopped singing it. He went into Money Trees. I was like, damn, man, like I just wanted to hear a little bit of the hook. No, I was ready, and then he just hit. You know, you go Halle Berry or Hallelujah. You know, I'm like, hey, man, it was cold, but I just wanted to hear "You Can't Please Everybody." That is one of my favorite songs.
He did. He did all right.
We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
He did all right, and you would have thought like it was like the national anthem up where we was at.
It
With
is.
everybody just putting their arms around each other.
We gonna be all right.
We gonna be all right.
That
Do you
is,
hear
yo.
me? We gonna be. It was a couple next to us. They hugging.
Yeah, but you know what though? That right there, it just goes to show what a phenomenal artist Kendrick is. He has written a Negro spiritual. We gonna be all right, and that's gonna go down in history forever. You know, like a Dear Mama. You know, in addition to writing one of the greatest diss songs of all time.
That's a fact.
Not Like Us, but All Right is definitely one of them Negro spirituals that's gonna forever go down because. What does everybody say? It's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be all right.
When black people saying is, it's gonna be all right.
I encourage you, if Kendrick Lamar is coming to your city, if Kendrick Lamar and SZA are coming to your city, and you are thinking about getting a ticket, get it. Just do it. It don't matter if it's a $5 ticket. Be in the room, and you will still get all $5 worth of the feels. Do it. I really encourage you to go. Just do it. This is historical. You cannot miss this.
And make sure that you like this historical video.
Hit that like button if you like this. Hit that like button if you love this. Hit that like button if you like this. Hit that like button if you love this.
Leave a comment, man. Let us know what you think. Has the show already come to your town? Are you going to the show? What was your favorite part about the show if you've already seen it? What are you excited to see if you haven't yet? We want to know. Leave it in the comments, man. And we're going to be all right.
We gonna be all right.
Give them what they asked for.
Give them what they asked for.
Music for breakfast.